Hi, thanks very much for clicking on the video link. My name is Natalie Armstrong-Motin with Marketing Resolution, and this is another Marketing Monday. We are intentionally getting our weeks started off right by thinking about practice development. And today we want to talk about something I think is really fun, and that is social listening. And I don't know if I don't think I've ever talked about social listening on this channel before, but we want to talk about it today. And you may be doing this for your practice already, but let's define what social listening is and how you can best use it for the practice development that you're looking forward. So I've got a cup of hot chocolate here. Keeping my hands warm while I talk to you. If you want to let me know in the chat who you are, where you're from, what your practice is about, I love having that kind of interaction. So drop a note in the chat, say hello, let me know where you're at. All right, so social media listening. I think it has become one of the really important tools for not just neutrals, but anybody who's in business, really. Social media listening is a tool whereby mediators, you, me, everybody, can gain some really valuable insight into what our target market audience is talking about. We want to know what their points of pain are. We want to know what their opinions are. We want to know what resonates with them. We want to know what irritates them, all of these kinds of things. And all of that information comes by us doing what we do best, and that is listening. So be sure that you are tuning in to what it is that our industry clients are looking for. Hi, Jessica. Thanks very much for joining. Nice to have you coming from Houston, Texas to be here. So to be able to listen to what our clients, our target market niche, the parties are talking about, what are they tweeting about? What are they posting about? That is what social media listening is. And there's a lot of different ways that you can do it to make it work best for you and your practice. And let's talk about those. We don't always want to engage. You'll have to pick and choose your moments about engagement, but we definitely want to read and listen, right? Some social media listening, I think, really helps a lot of my clients truly identify potential leads and build relationships with potential clients, but it also helps them sort of track what they're doing in a better way. But again, that's not for everybody. You don't always want to reach out and create that kind of rapport. Depends on the conversation that's being had. But in short, social media listening, a very powerful tool that enables mediators to really get an in-depth understanding of target audiences, right? That's what we're looking for, because from that, you can put together your future messages. You can refine it. You can better communicate with the people that you want to have as clients. Hi, Rick. Good morning, Manuel. Nice to see you. So social media marketing and social media listening kind of go hand in glove, right? The benefits to mediators, to savvy mediators, is that the content that you listen to can be better addressed in the content that you post, right? So it's not that difficult, but this is social media. And everybody today's got a Twitter account. Everybody's got their platform that they're communicating on. They've got a YouTube channel, they're on LinkedIn, they're everywhere. And you probably aren't posting everywhere, but you might want to listen to lots of different channels. And listening, you can hear what their preferences are, what their concerns are, what their pain points are. Need more coffee, don't I? That's what we're looking for. And you can go to Quora to follow those threads. You can go to Reddit, follow those threads. You can go to Facebook groups and read through those threads. The same on Twitter. You can use hashtags to find those conversations and do that research. You can use keyword searches to log onto those platforms and do that research. You can use any platform, TikTok, Instagram, all of the platforms. Go and just sort of skulk around. Join the groups, use the hashtags, use the keyword searches, and read and listen to what people are saying about mediation, arbitration, litigation. Really look and listen, right? You don't have to engage if you're not inclined to engage, and it sometimes is going to be better if you don't, but really listen and make notes about the conversation, the words that are being used, the descriptors, the adjectives, the verbs that are being used to talk about our industry, our services, or their representation. And in that way, you can better define how you can answer those concerns, how you can answer their issues, how you can answer their worries, how you can answer all of those points that get brought up in those threads, right? There are a couple of apps or AI tools that you can use to make this easier. So there are some aggregating apps. Some of them you pay for, some of them are for free. Of course, the ones that you pay for tend to, in my opinion, be much more efficient and effective, but we don't all have the budget for that. And some examples of the paid services are, for example, BuzzSumo. It's BUZZ and sumo, like the wrestler, BuzzSumo. Or Feedly, Feddly, Feedly. And that's my dog being not at all helpful on a Marketing Monday. Again, the hashtags, the categories, the threads that you might consider following are on Quora. That's Quora. Facebook, Reddit, Reddit, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn. Use the hashtags that are your keyword hashtags. Use the searches that are your keyword searches or phrases, and find those conversations. Read those articles, read those posts. And sure, you want to read posts from us from time to time, but really focus your search on the individuals, the clients, the parties that are posting about us. And then leverage that information, that content, and reframe your own social media marketing content so that it addresses those issues. If you're not already, maybe you're doing a great job and you've already got it dialed in and you're getting it exactly right. And doing this kind of social media listening will reinforce that you've got your message exactly right. There are other ways that you can look to see what people are searching for on the internet. So if you're not at all sure what the keyword search terms, phrases, or hashtags might be, you can use a site like DTerm. It's DETERM, like the term, DTerm. And if you go to determ.com, you can put in mediation or employment or labor law or whatever your specialty is, real estate, construction, etc. Put that in and it will pull up for you all of the search terms and keywords and key phrases that are being used on the internet so that you can make your list much more quickly. So go to www.determ.com, put in your keyword mediation, family mediation, divorce mediation, employment mediation, and see what other terms consumers are looking for when they are looking for your services. So that is it for Marketing Monday and social media listening. Use your listening skills. That's what we're trained to do, is to listen and to learn and to react. So use those skills that you develop as a mediator and put them to work on social media. Google the terms, the hashtags, the phrases, follow those groups, those hashtags, read the threads, read the articles, and really pay attention to what it is that people are looking for, what they're wanting, what they're complaining about, what they're complimenting, and then refine or tweak your content, your services, or your practice to address those issues and those concerns so that you're really providing the best possible service that you can. That is it for me. Nice and short today for Marketing Monday. If you have any questions, any concerns, any worries, or you have an idea for another episode of Marketing Monday, please let me know. I'd love to hear from you, find out what you need, what you like, what you want. But that's it for me. Enjoy your day. Go get them. I have all the confidence in the world that you've got this. All right. That's it. Be good humans. Bye-bye.